So welcome back to the channel then, and welcome back to my next in-session vlog. Now some of you may recognize where I am, may recognize the background, but yeah, you are going to be treated to the first of a two-parter for my birthday. Now it's a Thursday and I've just rocked up to Farlows Lake. Never been here before, never seen it, never walked it, nothing, just never been in before, but it's literally an hour and 20 away from me. It's been on my radar for absolutely ages and I just don't know why I haven't fished it before, but I am here. And not only that, I am here for 48 hours as well, so a proper decent wedge of time to actually get stuck into this place, which is absolutely perfect. I don't usually get 48 hours on the bank, let alone 24 hours a lot of the time, because of a very busy home life. So I am absolutely raring to go. Now some of you may even recognize this swim as well. I am in peg number 5, so one that rolls straight out of the car park but really does command a lot of water out in front of me as well. So just over my shoulder I've got the Quest with me, so I'm looking forward to putting that out there, finding some sweet spots amongst the weed, because it is a weedy lake, and hopefully catching my first Farlows carp along the way. So it's just starting to rain. I've just literally unloaded the car with the essentials, so I'm going to chuck the bivvy up quickly, and we can go about the session. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one. The buzz of a new day ticket always gets me going, because you just don't know what to expect. But plenty of water out in front of me and I am raring to go. So let's leave it there, let's get the bivvy up quickly, and we will then think about getting the Quest out, mapping out my water and seeing what we've got to play with. As you would have seen, tripod set up, Quest is out and in the water, and we are connected to the Fish Deeper app. Now, as I mentioned, I've got a load of water out in front of me. I need to explore it. I don't know if you can see from down there, but it is weedy, and just going around talking to people as I sort of done my morning lap, a lot of people have sort of mentioned the weed. So I need to try and find myself 3 spots or 2 spots, somewhere basically to put 3 rods. So why don't you join me as I build the map of my swim, sort of get a gauge and a feel for what I've got in front of me. I can go out pretty much straight in front to the tree stumps that are sort of like cut at an angle. So I've got this overhanging willow. I've got kind of all the way between the 2 islands and over to that back of that island as well. So kind of my swim goes at an angle like that really. So I need to explore all this water in front of me. So what I'm going to do to start with is just drive it manually, just to get a sort of an idea on my sort of remits of water, and then I can fill up the middle of that water in between with an area scan. So as I can flick between 2D and 3D, I can just build up the outside perimeters of my swim. So I'll just head towards those sort of cut trees against the island, and as you can see on the scan, sort of sporadic weed. But what I'll do is I'll just build up that map. So as you can see on the 2D map, it's kind of giving me a line, giving me an area that I'll be able to fill in between. Doesn't seem overly deep, nearly 8 foot. Obviously quite choppy with the weed, it looks like. Nowhere really yet, just on that one singular line that is an obvious clear spot. So we're just getting up towards the island now. We'll just slow that down a little bit. Just turn him to the right. So that's where it obviously slopes up to the island margins. So I'm just letting the wind blow it sort of along the island, like so. Now what I'll do is I'll continue to do that around my edge of my water, and then I will show you exactly how I will do an area scan. Right, so I've roughly sort of got myself the area scan of the sort of perimeters that I've got in my water. I can tweak it up around sort of like the edges of the island, etc., but so the boat isn't kind of going anywhere close to the island. This is the bit in the middle that I need to scan with an area. So all I need to do is press on the boat icon at the top and area like so. Now all I need to do really is manipulate the box inside of my already sort of predetermined lines from the water that I have covered already. Now this might take a few goes, which is perfect because the shape of the swim obviously clearly isn't just a rectangle. I need to just tweak some smaller areas after it's finished that one to just fill the gaps in between. So all I need to do now is press start. The boat will take a route like so, map out this area. I can watch it in 2D or 3D. The quest goes off on its journey and does what I need it to do. I can watch it in real time on the scan. I can go down there, put the kettle on or do whatever I need to do, prep my rods. But that is just going to go out and map that area for me and build up a 3D view of the lake and the water in front of me. So the more I run the quest over it, the more detailed it's going to be, and the more intricate the scan is going to be on the left hand side. So that's the journey it's going to take. It's going to fill that void in the middle. Let's see if it can pick up any spots for me that I can present my 3 rods, and then we'll review the footage afterwards and decide where we want to place the rigs. Right, well, as you can see, I've mapped my water in front of me. Now just reviewing the 3 spots that I found, as you can see by the 3 markers that I have placed on the mapping. So that is one for the left rod, one for the middle rod, and one for the right hand rod. I've just renamed them as well. So if I zoom in, just click on the actual spot icon, as you can see down there, left spot. That one up there is middle rod, and then that one over there is right rod. So all 3 rods are nicely mapped out in the swim, focusing on the shallower water, hence the more sort of lighter colour on the map there. There's a nice sort of 3-point-something foot, well 3 foot even spot there, which is perfect for the warmth that we've got coming in. This one up here is right underneath the willow that's overhanging up there, and the spot is absolutely glowing, so it's an obvious spot. And yeah, it's just a perfect little canopy to drop a rod into. And then this rod here is in the shallower water between the 2 islands. So 3 really nice presentable spots that are going to be absolutely perfect for 1 rod each. So all I need to do now is get these 3 rigged up. I think I'll go with probably a wafter on this one because it's the cleanest out of the 3. And then probably two pop-ups on these 2, just to combat any sort of low-lying sporadic weed that might be down there as well. But yeah, time to get these 3 rigged up and we can get fishing. Right, first a rod ready to rock and roll. So got the quest all ready to go. In the right hand side is my rig, spinner rig. Don't need to show you that, you've seen a spinner rig 1,000,001 times. But attached to the end of it is a Blitz pop-up. Now I'm going to load the boat up with some bait as well. Now there was a guy in here before me for 2 days, so I don't know how much bait has gone out in this area, whether he has even found the same spots that I have found as well. So you just never know how much is out there, because once you put it in, you can't take it back out, obviously. So I'm going to go sort of quite light to start with, maybe sort of half of this bag on the spot. Not only that, I have seen the fish out there as well show itself about 10 minutes ago, so I generally couldn't get this rod ready quick enough. Now, on this spot, similarly to my last session, I'm going to mix it up with two different sort of types of bait on the spots. So for this spot, I'm going to use the Blitz. Now, ignore the Blitz pellets label. In here is my sort of pre-packed Blitz mix. Now, I put in there chopped Blitz, pellets, whole Blitz, 12mm Blitz, handful of 15mm Blitz, so a right mix of different bits and pieces. Now, as you can see as well, it's been loaded with liquid, so the Blitz oil and the Blitz food liquid, like so. So it's absolutely ready to rock and roll. It's been in these bags for a good 3 or 4 days. I pretty much prepped these at the start of the week, so yeah, they have had plenty of time to absorb loads of that liquid. So all I need to literally do now is just open the bag and just sprinkle it in, essentially. Not only that, I'm keeping my hands nice and free from any stinkiness, because this Blitz absolutely reeks. So yeah, perfect for keeping my hands free, but knowing that it's been soaking up all those liquids throughout the course of the week. Now, not only that, I brought myself down half a dozen tins of corn as well, just for the sake of a little bit of added attraction in the mix. So as you can see, it's quite a dark mix, that Blitz. It's all dark coloured pellets, dark coloured boilies, so this will just give a little sort of visual element to it as well. Just tip in a little bit of the juice along the way, and then I won't go too heavy on this because the bird life is pretty rife on here from what I can tell, and not only that, the water is pretty clean, pretty clear as well. So I'll just give it a very, very light sprinkling in either hopper, you know, tiniest a little amount once that spreads out on the lake bed. So now that's all is left to do is get it in the water, get the autopilot set up, and get it on its way. Right, well, very quick update. Just coming up to 5:30, and yeah, nothing has happened throughout today, although I have seen 3 fish show just off to the right hand side, sort of in open water. So there have been sort of fish in the area at least, but yeah, nothing to report at the moment. Don't know if you can tell, just getting myself some food on the go before I will sort of reset the rods for the night. I'll just give them a bit of a freshen up. I know the birds have been diving down on my right hander, so yeah, just want to make sure everything is sweet going into the first night. So yeah, the excitement is still there, you know, the anticipation of what might happen. It's a new lake, don't necessarily know the bite times or anything like that. So yeah, really looking forward to just seeing how this first night goes. But other than that, as I say, nothing really to report. I'm not seeing anything else, you know, showing, say, on the end of the wind or up the left hand side of the lake. So I'm just going to sort of stay put really for the moment, until I see anything else that's you know, worth moving on to, if anything. But I feel like I've got a good chunk of water here. I'm situated in a swim where, you know, if the fish are moving up and down the lake, then I'd like to think that I might pick one off. So we'll leave it there. The battery's dying. Let's get some food down my neck. Let's get these rods re-sorted out for the night, and fingers crossed we can catch ourselves our first Farlows carp. Well, it was just after midnight, and yet you would have saw I've just caught myself my first Farlows carp. Come on, yes, mission accomplished. That was from the rod that was straight over to the island underneath that willow tree. Absolute banging spot under there, clean as you like, and yeah, one toner. I was out the bag, considering I was flat out, I was out of that bag sharpish, and all I'd done was sort of play it back with a massive ball of weed, so it made it quite easy for me. In fact, it hasn't put up much of a fight whilst out there because it had such an amount of weed over its head, so I'm fully expecting it to beat me up on the mat. But yeah, I think no better time, let's get him out and have a little look. Well, there we have it, my first Farlows carp. Check that one out. Now, as expected, it's yeah, putting more of a scrap on the mat than it did out there due to that weed that was over its head. But yeah, look at this one, a prime example of the stamp of carp down here at Farlows. It needs no introduction. If you've seen any of the pictures of fish on the Farlows website or social media, you will know just what stamp of quality fish are in this lake. And to be honest, a night video with a light on the camera is just not going to do this fish any justice. I can tell how dark it is and how much better it would look if it was in the daytime, but yeah, I don't care. Finally, I've got my first Farlows carp. Been meaning to come here for absolutely ages. Made it happen 3 days before my birthday, and I've bagged myself an early birthday carp. But yeah, wicked. I am so happy with that. So quickly get a couple of pictures, slip it back, get that quest loaded back up and back underneath that tree, and yeah, hopefully it's a start of things to come. Good morning. Might see in shot I've got a couple of rods lent up against the bivvy. It's about 5 to 5, and I've just had an absolute churner on the right hand rod, which is over in the sort of 3.5 foot of water in between the two islands. Real nice plateau. Yeah, jumped out the bivvy. I was flat out, I was fast asleep. Obviously, after being woken up and getting the rod and stuff sorted, it was like 1 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, got out to the rod, and there was just an absolute eruption on the surface. And unfortunately, I've been playing it back for 5 minutes or so, and then it just cut me off. So yeah, absolutely wounded. Like I say, although I caught one in the night, just to lose that one on first light, yeah, it's yeah, a bit of a gutter really. But that's the problem when waters are so heavily weeded. You know, it just takes one little snail shell, anything, just to cut through that line, and that is it, gone. So yeah, I reckon I guided it back halfway. It kited from right to left across my middle rod as well, and dragged that lead a little bit too. So yeah, so not only did it cut me off, it also wiped out my middle rod. So I'm wasting no time in getting this redone now, and then yeah, I'm going to quickly send it back over to that spot, because I'll sort the rod out that's been cut off and to go onto the middle spot. But whilst I've got a bite from all the way over there, you never know, they might just still be in and around the area. So I should waste no time in getting this straight back over to the spot, in hope that they're still hanging around. But 2 bites, I'll take that. Let's see if we can yeah, see if we can get these rods out sharpish, and you never know, we'll see what happens through the rest of this sort of sunrise period. So let's get cracking, and I'll catch up with you in a little while. Around 8:30, just got the first coffee on the go. Now, after I had that lost fish at just after 5, took me half hour, 45 minutes or so to get both the rods sorted, maybe even an hour, because I was yeah, my eyes were all over the place. I had to rig up one whole rod and then send them both back out on the boat as well. So it's probably closer to 6 a.m. and I was still absolutely knackered, in all honesty. So I literally must have fell back to sleep on the bed chair, and unlike me, I woke up at 7:45, which is very unlike me. Normally, once I'm awake, but clearly I must have needed it. So yeah, first coffee of the day on the go is absolutely beautiful. I've got the vents open on the bivvy already, and yeah, it's set to be a scorching day. Now nothing else has happened since that 5 o'clock occurrence. Like I said, I sent it out with a good generous boatload again as well, so I'll probably leave the rods out there maybe till about midday and see what's happening. But they are on the shallowest spots I could find in this swim, so yeah, there's absolutely no reason why the fish wouldn't glide over that and just drop down in that shallow water. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see, but happy to catch my first fish. A little bit gutted to lose that second one, but still, it's good to get a fish in front of the camera for the vlog. So I'm going to finish this up, get myself a little bit of breakfast on the go, and yeah, well, let's see what my final 24 hours has in store. Well, here we go then, the final night. Sun has set. It's looking absolutely beautiful out there. We've got oranges and yellows over here. There's like purples and pinks going on over here. It's yeah, a beautiful evening. And what would make it even more beautiful is for one of those three to go rattling off like they did last night, with hopefully one or two of them staying on the hook. But yeah, it would be nice for to finish off this session before I've got to disappear tomorrow 8 a.m. To stick another one on the mat. As I say, generally haven't really done much today. It's just been so hot. I've even sacrificed some joggers, cut the legs off them because yeah, it was just roasting. So yeah, it's cooled down a bit now. It's going to be sort of low double figures tonight, so hopefully that change in temperature and the warmth that they've had through today just yeah, gets them up and down the lake again, and I can just pick one or two off along the way. But yeah, nothing really more I can do, to be fair. The baits have gone out, they're all out, same spots. Good serving of Hinder's finest, like yesterday. Good double sort of hoppers worth, 3 fresh hook baits, and yeah, they're fishing. Not really much not more else I can do. 2 out of 3 spots produce bites, so I'll be silly to move off of those spots. It would be nice to get a bite maybe on the middle rod, just so that I can say that I've got all 3. I've got a bite off all 3 spots. But yeah, I'll take any of them, to be quite honest with you. So yeah, just gonna take in the last of this glorious evening, get my head down early. I'll be up at first light, getting packed down, and then I will be embarking on the second leg of my sort of birthday 3-day session when I head over to Swan Valley Lake, which will be a separate vlog. So yeah, let's see what the night has in store, and fingers crossed I'm getting this camera back out. Well, good morning then, 5:45, and as you would have probably realised, didn't get the camera out through the hours of darkness, which means it was a quiet night. Now, I slept really well, probably the best I've slept on the bank in a very long time. yeah, I think the first time that I woke up, it was about 3:45, and that is not like me. I'm usually tossing and turning all night. So yeah, unfortunately I was not rudely disturbed by one of those three. But yeah, I've been up pretty much as the sun's been coming up, to be fair, and I've not seen a great deal at all. I've not seen any telltale signs of any fish in this area. Last night there were fish showing just off the corner of the island, so there were one or two knocking around, so I was feeling relatively confident that there were still fish in this zone. But yeah, nothing to report whatsoever. Now I will be disappearing in the next couple of hours. Need to get packed down. I'm going to use the shower facilities here, freshen up, ready for my 24 hours over at Swan Valley. I'll also need to just swing by the supermarket and just grab some food for tonight as well. So yeah, loads to do this morning before my ticket starts, so I will need to get a shift on. So I will wrap it up here. My 48 hours at Farlows has been it's been a good experience. Like I said, never been here before, first time here. So it's definitely somewhere that I'll be coming back to. An hour and 20 away from me. Absolutely loads of water to go at, loads of swims, loads of little pokey holes, islands, this, that, the other. So I'd definitely like to come and give some of the other swims a try, and see if I can stick one or two more of these incredible fish that reside in here. May even give Lake 2 a bash just behind me as well. Not as weedy as Lake 1. I believe they might even dye it, so it's a lot more sort of easier fishing as such, but weedy fishing doesn't really bother me. But yeah, obviously it does make a little bit trickier. Things a little bit trickier if you are looking to come down to Farlows. If you're not a fan of sort of fishing weedy waters, then you can always jump onto Lake 2 and have a little bit more of an easier session on that front. But yeah, I've enjoyed it. It's been good to stick a fish in front of the camera. A little bit gutted I lost that second one, but you can't do a lot with a cut-off. But yeah, let's see if anything happens in the next couple of hours. If not, this will be the sort of outro to the video. So thank you for watching as always. Leave me a thumbs up, stick me a comment down below, all the usual business. And I'll catch up with you in my next vlog, which will be the second half of my birthday session, where I will be heading over to Swan Valley. So let's leave it there, and I will speak to you soon.